Washington State head swimming coach Matt Leach just finished up at the NCAA championships down in Greensboro, North Carolina. Chloe Larson competed in the 50 free and 100 free today. Didn't get to a final this week, but Chloe Larson improved in both events throughout the week. How was Chloe's performance this week?
She did a great job. Obviously, this meet is totally different from any normal year, but when you look at a meet like this, it's about moving up, not necessarily worrying about time, about getting your hand on the wall. And I'm really proud of Chloe. I'm really proud of the season that she put together, her hard work, and she moved up in the 50 free from her seed. She moved up today in the 100 free from her seed. Just missed out on making a second swim, but again, having a totally different setup than we've seen all year or any other NCAAs before. She did a great job, performing and improving. And when we look at, like, let's say the 50 freestyle, out of the field of 62 swimmers in the 50 freestyle, only 5 people improved, which is roughly 8%. So for her to move up in her place, I think that shows a lot of her dedication and resilience and a way to manage a moment and be at this level and continue to improve. And today she jumped up 12 spots. So obviously she's doing what she needs to do to improve, and she swam her second fastest swim of her life this morning at NCAAs. And in the 50 free, she swam her third fastest time ever in the 50. So again, swimming at a high level, managing the meet, and I'm really, really proud of her and the future as we move forward with the Cougs.
You mentioned those impressive times. Chloe Larson finishes just in her senior season. She posted the 3 fastest times in program history in the 50 free, and then the 2 fastest time in program history in the 100 free. Quite the senior season.
Yeah. She came in and did the work, obviously, over the summer during the pandemic as best she could, and continued to improve and worked on every little aspect of her swimming, from her training level, from her fitness level, strength and conditioning in the weight room. I mean, you name it. So for her to be here and continue to improve in her place, and put up like you said, the 3 fastest times in the 50 and really strong times in the 100. I'm so proud of her, and looking forward to the summer as we move forward to train for Olympic trials, and see if we can have a good showing at Olympic trials.
Once things got shut down last year, you didn't have a chance to compete in the postseason, and now you guys had a chance. The special year that Chloe had, the first Pac-12 champion in program history, and you head out to the NCAA championships. What was it like being out there? Were you guys able to take it in at all and enjoy that? Oh, we actually are. A couple months ago, this wasn't a given, but what was it like being there these last couple of days?
Yeah, it was different. It was very different, managed at a totally different way. And again, which I understand, being in a pandemic, we obviously need to make changes, but it was a little different. They would parade every heat out. So in the prelims, obviously they move people really quick in and out of the water, which is different. They if you weren't swimming in a session, you weren't allowed in the facility at all. So we did a lot of viewing of different sessions in our hotel. If you didn't have a swimmer in an event or in a race, they were trying to get you back into the crowd to be able to maintain social distance. And again, I get all that. So it was just a much different feel, compared to previous NCAAs. But I know that Chloe learned a lot from this experience, and moving forward, I know that we're going to continue to set the bar, that this is the expectation of where we're going to be every single year, and continue to try and have more people qualify for this meet in the future, so that we can start having people get here and look at scoring top 16 and being All-Americans and getting Washington State back on the map and on the scoreboard at the NCAA level. So obviously that's the goal. But yeah, much different field this year, but still enough to learn and grow from moving forward.
Well, Coach Leach, we'll talk more in a couple of weeks, but what's next? How do you guys do you turn? How quickly do you turn the page? What's next for Cougars? Obviously the Olympics, and you have a couple Cougs with Olympic qualifying times and the Olympic trials. What's coming up in the next couple of weeks for Cougar swimming?
Yeah, so we've got to turn the page quick. As we get into the summer, which obviously is next week, we're getting ready for Olympic trials, like you said. So we've got a couple swim meets coming up relatively soon for some of our student athletes, to get some more Olympic trial qualifying times, and then we continue to focus on getting out to Olympic trials and trying to go best times and see where the chips fall. I mean, when you're talking about Olympic trials, and this year it's much different than previous years. They've kind of split Olympic trials into two different meets, which again is very different from what we're used to, but still Olympic trials nonetheless. And so we just want to get back to work and refocus our view on Olympic trials and competing at the highest possible level. And that's what we've talked about from day one here.
Well, Coach, thank you for your time. Congrats on a historic couple weeks for Cougar swimming and Washington State athletics. Chloe Larson's a Pac-12 champion for the first time in program history, and a great showing at the NCAA championships. Thanks for your time, and we'll catch up in a couple weeks.
Thank you, Bobby. Hey, everybody out there, go Cougs.